Okay, so I just finished demoing something off the hump, and I've got all this clay left, so I think this is a good time for me to do a video on centering large amounts of clay and throwing a larger object. So we'll do a big bowl, and I need to get this clay centered. It is not centered right now. So when you have large amounts of clay, you do have your wheel going faster. And you might be comfortable with just doing the regular centering techniques, where we're pushing the clay from both sides between our hands and trying to move the whole lump up and down. And in some cases that might work. I find it a little bit difficult to move the whole entire amount of clay doing it when there's larger amounts. What I like to do is I put both my hands on the back side of the wheel opposite my body and use my fingers and start applying pressure towards my body and moving up the side of the piece like that. I'm going to do that again. So I feel friction, I'm going to release. I want to make sure I'm not going to rip off any clay here, so I want to recompress that back in. Centering the top a little bit more. And I want to make sure that I clean up that base to make sure I don't have any clay sitting on the vat that's gonna make my hand move up and down and stop it from being centered. So that's starting to get a lot more centered. I'm gonna do that again. We're gonna cone back down. Remember, your hands are always a unit, and you're applying pressure downward, but also away from your body with that top hand, and you're pushing in with the other hand to counteract that force. So now my piece is pretty darn centered. And after it gets mostly centered, you might be able to go back to just using your regular centering techniques. Or you can keep using the alternative method. And again, you know, always those hands being a unit, hands working together.